Welcome back to the House of Royale in collaboration with MORTEZ. That's right. I am your host, Rochelle. It is not Rachel. Shout out to Brad's brother. I just have to say, we had a sold out show, 8/29, Friday night. I am so grateful. Oh my God, we are so ecstatic. Brianna took 6,000 photos. Ryan shot footage all night long. Like, I can't wait to share the set design, the audience, the costume contest. Our costume winner, Mary Lou, just amazing, dressed as a Sanderson sister, unbelievable. It was so perfect and amazing and wonderful. Hold on, Piyasa's here. Like I said, we are just so grateful for everyone who came to the show. Next up, you guys, MORTEZ has a brand new single, River Runnin'. September 8th, I think, is when it will be out on all streaming services. We're so excited to bring this song to you guys. And it's all about coming back home to find yourself again. Because, as you guys know, Brett and I just moved back here from LA. It's such a relief. Bye, LA. Next, patreon.com/House of Royale. Join the family. Tell us about your business. Let's cross promo. We're here to help you guys. Whatever you need, whatever you're trying to sell or boost or pump, whatever, just give us your information and we are here to collab with you. Join the team. We want you to be a part of our family because we love you so much. And thank you to all the patrons that have been with us since 2022. We love you. Merch. Get your merch, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, whatever. If you want a custom stone shirt, DM me, email us, let me know. I'm here for you. Whatever you want, I'll make it for you custom. Just get a shirt, you guys, whether it's MORTEZ or House of Royale or whatever it is, and take a photo of yourself in it so that we can post it all over social media because that's how we roll. Our guest is here and I am so excited to introduce her, but we will do that in a second. I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, you guys, please buckle up. We're about to go on a roller coaster ride. We have a very powerful female entrepreneur. She is such a creative person. She hosted the Reno runway fashion show this year, which is how Brett and I found out about this amazing woman. She is also holding down a long line, a legacy, a royal legacy of journalists, okay? And also a first responder, which we owe her our lives, y'all. Everybody please give it up for the gorgeous Piyasa Viriyakul. Woo! We're gonna put in applause. Okay, sorry. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, first of all, before we get into this interview, when I look at your Instagram, do you sleep? I swear to God, I'm like, so she's on the freeway. The other day you were on the freeway and then the airport and then you land and you did like 15 events. I'm just like, I don't know. Do you sleep?
I get that a lot,
okay.
actually.
Oh my God.
I was like, I don't post that much. What are you talking about? No. Yeah, no, I just had a meeting in LA.
Okay.
So I was just there for the day, but I do travel a lot.
You do. And when you go to your destination, you're like, I'm going to make the most of it.
Yes, absolutely.
You
why
really
not,
do.
Right? Yeah.
Totally. Did you pick that up from like being a journalist? Like you love to document what's going on?
So I actually did not like to document stuff
Oh.
at all. When I first started, I would take a picture of people and just kind of document what I'm seeing. But the way journalism works in Thailand is a little different. So my mom and dad were like, they want to know that you're there as part of the experience because they can look up the experience anywhere. So I started just kind of having me in the experience.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take it all the way back to the beginning. I already love your mom and dad. So you were born in Thailand.
Yes.
Which is Crazy. I've never been there. I want to know so much. I have so many questions. But can you talk to us about what that experience was like growing up there and then coming to the States?
Oh my gosh, it's so wild. So, was born there, lived there until I was 11. I have a little sister, and we're about 3 years apart. And I was very different to begin with because I like to do sports and just kind of run around, play tag, play in the mud. My uniform's always dirty.
A tomboy. Okay.
Yes. And in Thailand, females are very quiet and just kind of reserved.
Right.
So
Let's see where this is going.
yeah. So my parents are awesome. And they were like, let's see if she would fit in somewhere else.
Wow.
So my auntie lives in Southern Nevada. So, and she's still there right now. So they're like, let's kind of send her there
Wow.
and see if she likes it.
Cool.
So ever since I was, I think about 8 years old, they would actually send me to some of family friends and just stay there for the summer. And when I say summer, summer in Thailand is March through May.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the summer break. So I would spend time in LA.
Okay.
That's where the close family friends are. So big city, not much of a change from Bangkok, right? But the language, the culture, everything is different. But most importantly, I was learning English.
Yes.
Conversational English. So my parents are like, she actually likes it there. So finally, when I finished 6th grade in Thailand, and I love Disneyland, by the way, so that's how
Same.
Yes.
Love
So
Disney.
they're like, you want to go to Disneyland and just kind of spend the summer again? I was like, sure. And so we went to Disneyland, but this time we kind of ended our trip in Southern Nevada in a little town called Laughlin.
Okay.
My graduating class had 46 people.
Yes.
That's how small it is.
I love that.
So I'm packing my bags, getting ready to go back to Thailand, and we're at my aunt's house. And my dad's like, actually, you're not coming back.
Oh my God.
I cried so hard. I was just like, I'm being abandoned. Like, what is happening?
God.
And I guess my mom also didn't know that he wasn't bringing me back.
Wow.
Yeah, so my dad and my aunt kind of talked about it, and they thought that I would fit in better in the States.
Wow.
And they were 100% right. Because right now, I can't imagine just going back there.
So you're happy about that now?
Yes, absolutely.
Whereas like in the moment, I'm sure it's terrifying.
It was terrifying.
How old were you?
I was 11. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone that has moved knows the feeling of who am I? Where am I gonna like sow my seeds or like my roots? Like how am I gonna build my life? It's so wild because like my roots are in the Bay Area and then our family moved to Oregon. And I'm like, what is Oregon?
Where at in Oregon?
So our first house was in Beaverton and our second house was up on Bull Mountain. What?
So before I moved to where I am now, I lived in Silverton and worked in Beaverton, Hillsborough, Tualatin. Like I worked up there.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. And you know what? Like Oregon, shout out to you. Portland's so cool. You guys are beautiful, whatever. It's just my mom's dance studio was in the Bay Area. And so all of my dance family and my training, I'm like, I can't do this. Like it was really hard for me. It was really depressing. So I just ended up taking my power back and going to LA to do what I was supposed to do.
Right.
And sometimes it happens like that. But I'm so glad that you realized that that's what you wanted.
It's so much of, I was really afraid of not fitting in and making friends. Because as a kid, that's what you're worried about, right?
Yes.
Like, there's nothing else. That's all you want. Like, I want friends. I want to make sure I'm not weird and I want to fit in. So being Thai in a small town was difficult because you don't know if your culture is cool. And my aunt would pack me a lunch and it would be Thai food, stuff that I really enjoy eating, but I would be embarrassed to eat in front of other people.
Yeah.
So I would actually sometimes not eat my lunch or just hide it.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was crazy until, some friends were like, hey, I want to try your lunch. And then they're like, this is actually pretty good. And then I actually felt great eating it in front of them. So yeah, it was a weird transition for sure.
Yeah, we just watched a documentary last night on Netflix, and it's a group of high school kids, and I just am floored with the amount of bullying that goes on. But the culprit ended up being the mom, which is so insane. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the doc yet, it's the mom. I'm sorry, I'm gonna bleep it out. But the kids just so mean. I mean, I remember, confession, 8th grade. Ashley Tennyson was like, you're gonna be my best friend, and that's it. And Ashley was like the popular girl. And her other best friend was Yvonne. And Yvonne was like, oh, hell no. And followed me home from school one day and literally
oh my gosh,
was like punching me in the face. I got the beat down. I did.
Oh my gosh.
I still can't believe it to this day that something like that happened to me. But it's just, kids are so, they're either jealous or insecure, or they don't know how to be accepting of anything that's not basic.
Yeah. And I was lucky enough that people were not to that extreme, right? Because like I said, small town, people know a lot of people, and you change friends like in the group, and sometimes people fight and stuff, but it never, I was never bullied. So I was very, very thankful.
Amen. Yeah. Oh, amen. Children, be nice to each other. Life is too short. Yeah. Okay, so school. So you finally started making friends. And then what put the pieces together for like how you developed into Piyasa? Like,
oh my goodness. So it's such a long journey for me, because I went from wanting to fit in, wanting to be liked, now to I don't care.
Yes.
And it's not that I don't care about how people feel. It's I'm not going to let what other people think or say make me feel a certain way.
Period.
And so it started in college, actually. So this is how I ended up in Reno. I came to UNR, and I could have went to many places, but a bunch of friends from high school were coming to UNR, and it's still at 18 years old, you think you know best. You think your friends are, the best options you have. You don't want to be alone. So that's how I ended up here. But I wasn't the prettiest girl there, and I felt like that, just that feeling like you're not the prettiest girl in the room, so you need to be with someone, or like you can't go places alone. And one day I'm like, no matter what I'm doing, there's still someone out there that's better, which it's awesome because it kind of pushes you. Right?
Yes.
As long as you use that as a drive for you to better yourself, that's totally okay. Right? Like I'm not about the jealousy and all that stuff that we talked about. So, I just kind of looked at it and I'm like, I'm just going to do my own thing. One day I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Do my own thing, be better. And I start seeing some of the girls that they don't wear makeup all the time. They just dress and wear whatever they want. But it's how they present themselves and how they feel in their own skin.
Are you listening, children?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. How they feel in their own skin and how they walk into the room and they're just so confident in themselves. Yeah. And you know what? Ever since that day, I'm just like, this is the person that I want to be. I want to be someone who walk into the room and everyone's like, I like her, without even saying a word, So that's what kind of shaped me into being confident, feeling good about myself, and just knowing that I'm enough. Yeah.
You know what? And I would just like to say to all of the women, I feel like we all struggle on a daily basis with, am I pretty enough? My body, my face, my hair, my this, my that, like your career, your age, like, am I hitting the goals at the right time? Like, there's so many standards that society has placed upon us that can bring your confidence down. And then we build ourselves up, and all it takes is that one comment or that one thing to bring us all the way back down again. Yep. Especially as a performer, I do it to my own self.
Imagine, girl.
Right. It's like everyone is like, oh my God, you guys did such an amazing job. And here I am in the corner going, I did this, I did that wrong, da da da. And it's like, that's such a huge lesson is like, you know what, just be present in the moment and live life and be grateful that we're alive and that we have these gifts to share.
Yeah.
Because you do walk into the room and everyone does love her. And you're just like this shining bright light, truly. I mean, we didn't actually even physically meet you at the show.
I think you kind of glanced at me and I just gave you a smile.
Yeah. Yeah. We saw Piyasa, but we didn't really meet you. But I was like, no, she's on the list. She's going to do the pod. Done. Like, and I manifested it. And I'm so glad that because like the people that come onto the pod are such bright lights most of the time. Some of y'all are a mess, but it's just so refreshing to see the confidence and to see the beauty that you just give to anyone that you are around. Yeah. It's amazing.
Have you ever looked at a photo that was taken of you and you just kind of pick it out like, I don't like that because my face is doing this?
I will Facetune every photo.
So I used to do that all the time, right? And like sometimes I'll still do, I won't post an unflattering photo, but I won't use a filter on my photo or anything because I'm like, this is how someone sees me out in public. Right? I'm not out in public. This is how they see me without a filter, without anything like that. So, you got to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like in person, we are so much more gorgeous than some of the photos that get posted. Okay. Like, I just think that our essence and our aura is like really what.
You're right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I have such a hard time with it. Like, I'll never use a filter. But I will Facetune some stuff because I'm just like, you know what? I need justice. I need redemption, people. Like, especially for press photos. It's like, I want.
Oh my gosh, those cameras are ridiculous. Like, they all pick up everything too.
They pick up everything. And so I think, here's my message to women about Facetune. I think, yes, you should love yourself and accept yourself for how you are. But if there is a moment where you need to edit a little bit here or there, I'm okay with it. But I also hear you on just leave it alone.
Yeah. Like I'll make it warmer because I like warm pictures and all that stuff, right? But like I said, I've taken pretty, I would say, bad photos. Like, sometimes you look at yourself and you're like, oh, I'm looking down too much. And that's what, for the Reno fashion show too, I'll tell some models, like, don't pose like that because if you are self-conscious of your arms or anything like that, right? The photo shows the way the light hits. So yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, in LA, doing this podcast, I would have guests call me and be like, I don't know what you did with the video, but that's not how I look and you need to fix it. Like, I would get yelled at if a woman did not look perfect. There's a few of you and you know who you are. But no, and I totally empathized with them and I would be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. For my girls, I always want to make sure that they feel good about themselves. And like for the flyers, like I want you guys to send me the photo that you love so that you're not disappointed, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like there are men that do podcasts, and I have had to ask every single one of you to fix the cover shot because I don't know what y'all are thinking. But I care about women, and so.
So that's like with the culture thing too, and self-image. In Thailand, very, very harsh about sizes. And it's not necessarily because they're bullying you. So when I go see family, right, they'll be like, oh, how are you? Yeah, you look a little fatter. And it's not an insult. It's not. It's sometimes saying like, hey, you've been fed well. You're happy. Right. But that's how it comes off because I used to have a next door neighbor when I lived in Laughlin. And she's amazing. I love her. She lives in LA now. But I made her cry, and not on purpose, because I was just like, oh my gosh, you're like so chubby.
Oh, shit.
But when I first came here, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So
people in LA would literally be like, dear everyone, I am now done with my life.
Yeah. So I love you, Jennifer. And we had this conversation already. And I love her so much because she would be the one from that day to be like, you cannot say that in the United States, and this is how our culture works.
Right.
Yeah.
It is, yeah, it's, well, I grew up in a dance studio where my mom definitely would be like, we're going to need to watch what we're eating. Like, it was definitely brought to my attention all the time, which is not healthy. I think that kids need to focus on how do you feel inside? Are you okay mentally? And that's it. Like, you know, are you doing well in school? Are you okay? Like, I think mental health, and because when a kid is happy, then it projects out on all of the other categories of life.
And I think some people might think like, oh, here's some two skinny bitches telling us to be like positive about their body image. I'm encouraging you, if you guys find me on Instagram, to like scroll down, right? Because I went through a lot of shift in weight with the stress and the job and everything. My highest, and I know some people don't use BMI as a guide anymore, but for my height, I was overweight, right? And medically, not just me saying I'm overweight. And I started working on myself again. So it's not just me being super skinny telling you to feel good about yourself. Like I've been through that. So
yes, I that is another huge deal is stress and cortisol levels, especially for women. It's like women are constantly stressing out. And in most women's minds, they're like, if I could just lose 10 pounds or da-da-da. And it's like, okay, I'm going to suggest Hot High Priestess. I love her so much. She's a 23-year-old self-made multimillionaire. Okay.
Awesome.
And she has a book called The Miracle Journal. She preaches manifestation techniques. They work, literally. And she went through a weight journey with all of her followers for her own self. And she was like, I'm literally visualizing and embodying the body that I want. And I'm not going to worry. She's like, yes, I'm going to eat healthy, but I'm not going to be counting my calories and counting this and counting that. She's like, because my energy is going to then manifest what I want physically. Right. And I know that sounds kind of like hokey or whatever, but I so believe in whatever our thoughts are manifest into reality.
Yeah. Mental health is a big thing. And if that's what you believe, I think way back in the day, because my sister would tease me the same thing, right? Like, you're chubby, and my sister is skinny and pretty, and she'd be like, oh my gosh, you're so chubby, and she'll like squeeze my belly. Jeez. And but that's her way of showing love, right? So that's what I gotta understand, right?
Yes.
So I read something way back in the day, so I can't really cite it or tell you who wrote it or anything, but I think it was in one of the medical journals that kind of says if that's what people see, how people see you, and that's what you believe, then you're gonna kind of same thing manifest it. So if you believe that you're just chubby and not pretty, and that's what you're gonna manifest that.
Yes.
So, and I think nowadays when we study mental health more, it has a lot to do with your mental health.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Believe you are beautiful, and everyone else will see it. Amen. What made you want to become a journalist? And when did you know you wanted to write and report?
So, like I said before, I grew up in a family of journalists. So my grandpa actually started a newspaper down in the southern part of Thailand. And so my dad grew up with that. And when he finished high school, he came to Bangkok, which is the capital, to do an internship with the biggest newspaper in Thailand.
Wow.
My mom didn't grow up in journalism, but that's what she wanted to do. She went to the #1 school for journalism in Thailand. Ooh. And she got an internship and started working for that company, and that's how my dad and my mom met. Aww. So biggest newspaper in Thailand. So we grew up with that. We grew up around executives of the newspapers. We grew up around now very famous TV personalities. But we didn't know it at the time, right? Because you're just kids and you're just like, oh, here's auntie, blah, 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 uncle, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, cool. And I've always been a very outgoing person. So when I was 8, I really wanted, super random, Mulan costume, because Mulan just came out.
I mean, hello.
And my mom was like, if you give a speech and sing a song at someone's wedding, like some of the newspaper workers' wedding, then I'll buy you the costume.
Oh.
So, yeah, I did that and with no problem. And my mom's like, okay, she doesn't have stage fright.
Wow.
So I see this in her future. So my mom's sending me to a bunch of classes, public speaking. And my first essay, when I had to write it, I was so proud of it. And my mom just kind of tore it apart. She was like, there's no spacing. Like, what is this? And I was just like, oh, no. So it just kind of pushed me away from wanting to write something, but I still loved public speaking. When I moved to the U.S., my dad would come, and he had a little show on YouTube.
Oh.
When YouTube started to become a thing, he had a show called, like, Thai People in a Foreign Country, like, poor translation of it. But he would interview people, and he would have me be the camera person. And being a younger, I would say, like, 19, 20 years old, I'm like, this is so stupid. Right?
It's not. No, this is perfect. This is the buildup.
That's what I was like, this is so dumb. Like, I have to sit here and watch my dad do this. And, you know, I don't think this is interesting at all.
Understandable.
But seeing it from Thailand point of view, right? You're not in these people aren't in their own country. They're building a new life. So it's so interesting to hear about their grit and what obstacles they have to go through.
Yes.
So then I had started to help my dad more willingly because I'm like, okay, this is interesting. What really pushed me was the Super Bowl. 1 year, and actually 10 years ago.
Ooh.
In San Francisco.
Shout out 49ers! My cousin Jeff Ulbrich was a 49er for 10 years.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so San Francisco Super Bowl. I'm like, I want to go. I like football. The Super Bowl is like the ultimate destination. I have my in, right? Because you got to send somebody for journalism.
Wow.
Right? So I asked, and the owner of the biggest Thai sports newspaper in Thailand loved my parents like his own kid. So he's like, okay, cool. I'll send one journalist from Thailand, and then you can go.
Wow.
So I'm like, this is so cool. And I'm just following him around. I get to meet the players and talk to different people and not do anything. Like, I wasn't really doing work. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. So the next year, it was in Houston. And they're like, do you still want to go? I was like, sure. And they're like, we're not sending anybody, so you're doing all the stuff. And I was like, oh, I was supposed to learn last year? So I had to figure
I was just chilling with the football players. So.
Yeah, I had to figure it out all on my own. And shout out to the editor at the time. She had to correct so many things for me because writing in Thai, too, I haven't done it in a couple of years. What Thai people want to know, I have to talk to my parents about that. And they're like, not 100% sports, because stuff like that they can Google. They want to know about your experience. And that's what I'm talking about, like taking a picture with the players, not just of the players, because people can just go pull that up somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
agreed.
Yeah, Super Bowl was the ultimate part for me. I'm like, this is super fun, and I want to keep doing it. So New Orleans this year was my 10th Super Bowl.
You mean you've been doing it every year?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, so what has been your favorite Super Bowl to report on thus far?
So I actually did a ranking on my Instagram, and I had put New Orleans as number 1 because the culture, the town, the city, the people.
Yes.
But ultimately, the San Francisco one, because I'm a Broncos fan.
Oh.
And the Broncos were there, and Peyton Manning was there. So, yeah.
I get it. Yeah. I get that. Okay, so wait, really quickly. My mom used to choreograph the halftime shows for the 49er games.
Oh, my gosh.
And shout out to Lori Murphy. I always do this to Lori. But she used to run Homestead Productions, and now it's a different name. I'll put it like right here. But they're like the main people that run Levi Stadium.
Okay.
So Dance Attack, our dance studio, would be on the field, and we would do like halftime shows and
That's
stuff,
awesome.
which is so cool. But reporting every single year with a media pass is
It's insane.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a very rare opportunity.
yeah, incredible. And shout out to New Orleans, all of our witches. Follow Mortez. We love our witches in New Orleans. If you could cover any event or like talk to any celebrity, who would it be?
Oh man. This one, any event. Mm-hmm. Any event. I would still say like the Super Bowl is my ultimate, just because I love football. Mm-hmm. I love all the stuff that goes around it, because it's not just football. You're getting to know the city and the people and the locals and stuff. Mm-hmm. If I can talk to any celebrity, it would be Lady Gaga.
Oh, yes. Okay, manifesting Lady Gaga coming here. You interview her, I'll interview her, all three of us.
Yes.
Just on camera. But also the Grammys. I would love to see you cover the Grammys, for sure.
I think I would have to be more attentive to pop culture. Because there are many times that I guess I would take selfies or do Instagram stories, and people are like, that's so-and-so. And I was like, oh, I didn't know.
They're like, did you know that you're standing next to Selena Gomez? Hello.
I would know that one.
Oh, okay. We know Selena. Okay.
Luckily,
thank
yes,
God.
I would know that one.
Yeah, no, and Gaga, we can't wait to see you in Wednesday. Wednesday, Netflix. Lady Gaga plays the new principal.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So she just did a whole PR event with Jenna Ortega.
That's awesome.
So cool. We're going to talk about first responders, because you are one, which is so intense and amazing, and we're so grateful for you.
Thank you.
But there's many different types of first responders. So what type of, like, what do you handle?
I'm an advanced EMT. Yes. So there's three main levels, I would say, for EMS, which is emergency medical services. Mm-hmm. So you have your EMT basic, advanced EMT, and paramedics. And the paramedics are so cool. And people keep asking me, like, do you want to go to paramedic school? I was like, I don't know, guys. Like, that's a lot of responsibility. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm just enjoying the job right now. Mm-hmm. So I got into EMS because my goal at first at UNR was to go to medical school. And you need hours. You need patient contact. You need volunteer hours. And so I took a class, and we had to do ride-alongs. So you get to go to the ER, and you get to ride in the ambulance and just kind of see what they do and make patient contact. And literally my first day, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Oh my God. I'm my heart just thinking about it.
My mom's like, because she's already shocked that I wanted to go into science, because she for sure thought I was going to do journalism.
Oh.
My mom's like, okay, this is what you want to do? And I was like, yeah, it's super fun, Mom.
Wow.
And she was like, oh, okay.
Wild.
Yes. But when you were, younger, you don't really think about the pay or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So realistically, people think it's crazy because EMS is probably one of the lowest paid first responders out there.
Talk about it. Talk about it. I love it when women talk about money, because I really want, like, my dream is for every woman to be a millionaire. And so, like,
awesome.
Talk your shit, girl.
Yeah. We're the lowest paid. We deal with, I like to say, organized chaos.
That's a nice way of putting it.
You're out on the street, right? You don't know. One of my weirdest calls was in Reno, and we ended up in an attic for a patient, and the patient wasn't talking. She's, unconscious, and we're just doing our thing, getting ready to move her, take her down to the ambulance, and someone crawled through the window.
In the attic?
In the attic. Like, there's a little window, and someone just like, oh, hey, guys. And I'm like...
A stranger?
Just, yeah. And I'm like, what is happening?
And you're, like, trying to save someone's life.
Yes. And so we're like, okay, cool. And we're carrying her down the stairs, and there's another person just sitting in the dark, not saying anything. And I was pretty new, so I couldn't really comprehend what just happened.
Oh my God.
But ever since that day, I'm just like, okay, I guess I need to be more aware of my surroundings.
Right.
So you ask anyone that works with me right now, every time I get out, I'm like, who's around? Like,
Do you have a taser? Do you have pepper spray?
No, so that's the problem, right? Because we don't have any weapons or anything like. So we
because you're not allowed to.
Yeah, we're relying heavily on law enforcement. So for certain things.
Okay.
And even the firefighters, like, they would go to medical calls with us. And sometimes even when there's the 4 of us or 6 of us, we're still like, where are the police? Like, people will show up, people will pull over, people will actually yell at you if you're parking somewhere and they can't get out of a spot. But, you know, I can't.
But they can clearly see it's an emergency and they're like, why are you taking... That's so crazy.
But that used to bother me a lot. Mm-hmm. And that has a lot to do with who I am today, because I would think about that all the time. And I'm just like, why are people so mean to me? Like, I haven't done anything to them. Like, the nicest person to someone first, right? Like, when I first meet somebody. And I'm just like, okay, I guess people aren't just going to be happy sometimes.
Right.
And then sometimes when we show up for a 911 call, patients are really mean. And I used to take offense to that. Mm. And when I started becoming myself, I'm nice, okay? Mm-hmm. But I will meet you with the same energy that you meet me with.
Do you hear? You guys better really reel it in.
So if I'm nice to you and that's how I am at first, mm-hmm. and if you meet me with, you know, not so nice energy, mm-hmm. then I can see that as I'm like, okay, I'm really trying. Mm-hmm. And I used to be like that with patients until someone told me they don't call you on the happiest day of their lives.
Right.
They're calling you on the worst days.
The worst.
So you cannot meet them with that energy.
Oh my God.
You always have to be kind to patients. So now I'm super kind. You can sit there and yell at me. I'm like, okay, sir. And I picked up the Disneyland thing, and I didn't realize that it was a Disneyland thing because I think it's just like in my head a lot. Mm-hmm. And my best friend Michelle was like, it's a Disneyland thing. It's weird to have someone our age and call them sir or ma'am, right? Because mm-hmm. it's I think it's a sign of respect for someone older. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm like, what do I call them? So
listen, bro.
So
sis,
like,
it's cool. I got you, sis. Chill.
Someone would be yelling at me. I was like, okay, friend. You know okay, that's a Disneyland thing. Yeah.
Friend?
Yeah, friend.
Really?
Yeah, because they'll be
Wait,
like...
I'm not that deep in it. Yeah. I don't... Okay, so this is a Disneyland secret. You call people friend.
The cast members will be like, okay, friends, move along. Or like, friends, let's get out of the street. Like, you know, they call everybody friends.
I'd probably be like, okay, dancers. Okay, singers. Let's move it along. Yeah. Okay, creatives.
So
you have to be a Zen master. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. It's also like customer service. People,
it is
like 100%. Their computer doesn't work and they're like, why isn't this? And the person's like, I'm literally in 4 states away from you and I have nothing to do with this.
At the end of the day, it is customer service. Because the first day I was in orientation for one of the places I worked for, mm-hmm. they're saying that if you make a mistake, which we're humans, but our mistakes are more costly because they can cost someone's life. But if you make a mistake and if you're nice and respectful at the time, mm-hmm. you're less likely to get sued or people would less likely be mad at you because of that. So always be a nice person.
Right.
Right. And of course, some people are like, you shouldn't make a mistake at all. Or like, why would they tell you that? So it's kind of a thing that they tell you mm-hmm. because some people, you know, if you make a mistake and sometimes people go on a defensive mm-hmm. and they're just like, it's your fault or stuff like that.
Okay, so
right?
What advice do you have if someone's in an emergency situation and they don't know what to do? What is like the best advice?
Call 911.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And if you can, get to somewhere safe. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, it's about your safety. Mm-hmm. And that's what they teach us too. Sometimes you'll see an ambulance and a fire truck parked, and there's either some kind of fight going on, and we're just parked there, and you can see that there's someone injured, right? So call 911. That's totally okay. Get yourself out of there, okay? Don't be another patient. And
Right.
that's what they tell us to, and that's why we have to wait sometimes for law enforcement. I'm like, don't be the next patient, because who's
Right.
gonna come save you? You're
Yeah.
just pulling more resources to come save you. If
Don't
you're
try to
silly
be
about
the
it.
hero. Let the professionals handle it.
Yep. We appreciate the help, trust me, if you're trained for it. And some people, I feel like I'm going to get a little bit of hate on this. But
But we're keeping it real with y'all for your
Nurses,
best interest.
I love you. But nurses love to help, and that's in their nature, right? But nursing also has a lot of specialties, okay? And they're strong in their specialty. So on scene, you know, ER nurse, ICU nurse, people who are used to dealing with emergencies, love you guys. Like, you guys are so much help. But then when you have sometime like psychiatric nurses showing up on an emergency, if you can follow instructions and like kind of help us with what we need, that's fine. But you know, some people would be like, I'm a nurse, so I have a higher certification, so you guys have to listen to me. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
If I'm in the hospital, I will listen to you. That's your spot. That's your place. Like, I'm all yours. Like, what can I help you with? Right?
Yes.
And we kind of want the same thing for us, for things to run smoothly. We were trained for it on organized chaos, like I said.
Yeah.
Right? We're trained to work with little things and do kind of the same thing that we do in the hospital.
Yeah.
So.
Also, from a patient perspective, I would just like to say, I want to manifest nurses who are a little bit, I know you guys are so overwhelmed and busy, but I
Yes,
feel
yes.
like I could be like bleeding out and they're just like, okay, sit there. Like, no emotion. It doesn't faze them. And I feel like sometimes patients need a little bit of like, we got you. Look at me. You're going to be okay. Breathe. Like, just a little bit of compassion.
And from someone that actually had done that to a patient, like I said, I'm going to tell you guys right now, everything that makes me the provider that I am today is because of the mistakes and not so much of what people have taught me. It's me learning from my mistakes. At the time, we know that you're not going to drop dead, right?
Right.
So for us, we don't really think about, and it sucks because we should think about how you feel. We really should, but right, some people will just look at an injury. Like, that's why the nursing specialty is so special, because they're looking at the patient as a person,
Right.
right? With some of our specialty, like us, we're just constantly emergencies. We're like, what's the injury?
Right.
So you're a person with an injury. You're not a human being.
Right.
So that's how
It's survival.
it really sucks for us to think like that.
Yeah.
And
But I get it.
yeah, I'm trying to be more aware of it because recently I kind of what you just said, right? We had a patient, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you ever get a nicked or anything on your head or face, like, it bleeds a lot. There's a lot of blood vessels.
Right.
And sometimes we can look at it and we're just like, okay, like, this is minimal, but it's a lot of blood to some people. And
I've learned this because shout out to my homegirl, Paige Van Zant, who was a UFC fighter. And every fight, her face was just covered. And she didn't give a shit because she knew it was going to be fine. But I learned from watching her that you bleed a lot.
But I see that, and there are people around that are like, they are not doing anything for that girl. So when I heard that, and I was just like, oh, yes. So I started kind of educating. Not in a mean way. I was just like, hey, yeah, I know, like, I'm aware that we'll do it when we get to the back of the ambulance, when we have more tools. But, you know, our head and face bleeds a lot, so that's why it seems like a lot of blood to you. We know that this is not a serious injury, and that's why you don't see us panicking right now.
I think that's so great because it gives the person peace of mind and, like, knowledge of like, okay, thank you for telling me. Now I can calm down.
Yeah.
Because it's easier for you guys if they're more calm.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And that's another thing that I tell the newer providers, because I used to just, argue
Throw
with patients.
people around. Yeah.
No, never throw people around. Oh, gosh.
Just shut up, bitch. No, I'm kidding.
I would literally argue with them. And it makes my job so much harder.
Right.
And one day, because from working on the ambulance, I also worked in the ER and then the psych unit. I would never, if you met me back then, you'd be like, no, what is wrong with you? So one night I was just arguing with the psych patient. I was like, I hate this guy so much. So one of the nurses, Debbie, love you. She looks at me and she's like, you're arguing with the psych patient.
Right.
What is
that part, y'all?
Who's the patient? Like, come on now.
Who's the family member that you argue with that you know they're crazy? Just stop.
Yeah, there's no point. They're not gonna comprehend what you're trying to say. Like, and she's like, what happens if you win? Do you get something out of it?
Love it. And I mean, that's in every category of life, because arguing with people, if you don't align with someone, it's cool. Let them walk away. Put your energy somewhere else. It can be so difficult, though, especially with men who will say comments that they just know the perfect thing to say to piss a woman off, you know?
Yeah. And that's another big thing in this line of work, right? Because there's a lot of men in our field.
Love this conversation.
Well...
Is there misogyny? Do women get treated differently? Are there comments made to women?
Not purposely, I think, is what I think most men think that, it's been ingrained with generations of like, we're the weaker ones, right? So I don't think they do it on purpose. And if you do it on purpose, shame on you. But I don't think they do it on purpose. There are times that I would grab the bags. Like, we have a lot of gear, right? And people would be like, give me that. And I was like, no, I am more than capable of carrying my own stuff. But I don't think that's them being petty and like, you can't do it, right? Like, that's just the way they do it. So some women will take it like, I'm being discriminated against. But there are times that we went to a training and it was me and two other girls. And we told them like, hey, what you just taught us, like, it's not really gonna work because of so-and-so reasons. They're like, well, it's gonna work, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, cool. So one of our other coworkers, a male, is standing there and he starts laughing and he was just like, I see where you guys are coming from. He literally goes up to the same guy, tells him exactly what we said, and he's like, you have a good point, man.
Beyond.
It still happens.
And that's the thing. Yeah, it's so ego. It's so ego.
I used to be that terrible person when I first started to think that the females that thought they were being discriminated against are just weak. Like, I used to be that person of like, you guys just can't handle it. Until it happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that is the thing, is like, we can't help you guys unless we go through it ourselves. And like, that's why we're up here preaching, because we've been through some shit. And it is so true. I mean, I think with women, it's like, you still hear stories and you're like, but what did you do to provoke this, and this? Or what were you wearing? Or like, were you, it's like, we always so quickly go to the woman being a crazy person.
Right.
Which, if you watch reality shows, usually sometimes we can be, but also the men on these reality shows. I think Love is Blind has been such a great visual, educational, like, TV show for younger kids to see relationship dynamics and how women are so different from men, and how like men will say the dumbest shit, which will then lead to a woman becoming a crazy person. So I don't know. Yeah, it's just, I think it's because we are so different than men and we're still evolving as humans.
And honestly, in our field too, some women are also equally terrible. Because when I first started in the Reno area, there are a lot of pretty young girls that want to do the same thing. And they come in and,
Sounds like LA.
people who have been there for a while was like, oh, she's a slut. Or like, oh, watch, she's just going to date so-and-so. And, and one time there's one of them and I'm just like, I don't know why people don't like you. And she's like, I don't know either. So I started becoming friends with her and I was like, you're cool. So, there are women like that too. And that's kind of how I am today is I'm very pro women in our field. Unless you're one of those people, then I'm going to be against you.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's called boundaries. All of you guys, like, are you mentally okay? Like, when you go home, can you sleep at night?
So, different people have different coping skills. And that was, with my current job, that was one of the questions that got asked in the interview. How do you deal with stress? How do you handle yourself mentally with this job? Because we see a lot of things that people don't see in their lifetime. For me, it's the traveling. And that's why I'm gone so much. That's why I travel so much. And some people would be like, your poor husband, right? Like, you're always gone all the time. And I was like, that's not true. Like, I talk to him constantly. He's the #1 supporter. I love him so much. And he's also a first responder, so he kind of understands and sees similar things. And some people, like, right now, one of my coworkers, she has rodeo horses, and she'd go ride horses. Another guy, like, we'd go golfing together. So you have to have a healthy boundary.
Yes.
Because that's also where you see the unhappy people in our line of job. Is the ones that don't have a healthy work and life balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have fun. Play. Go outside and play. Be a kid. Have fun.
Yes.
Totally. Go to Disneyland.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good to hear. I mean, we all need that advice, especially as a musician, because it's like, what's the schedule? When's the next show? When are we releasing new music? And it's like, you're always like racing against the clock.
Right.
And it's like, did you know that if you go outside and connect to nature, that what you're doing inside will then progress and become even greater? It's like you level up the more that you let go and live. The Northern Nevada Thai Culture Council. Okay, so what is your role in the Thai Culture Council out here in Nevada, and how did you become a part of it?
So, like I said, my parents know a lot of people. They're very influential people. So when I was maybe 2014 in Reno, trying to finish school, one of the Thai ladies in the restaurant was like, hey, they're trying to build a temple in Reno. And I'm just like, oh, cool, whatever, right? And she's like, will you go to the meeting? And I'm like, maybe, I don't know, because I just fly to LA and do stuff, because like the big Thai community in LA, like you've been to Thai Town and yeah. So I'll help with the Thai New Year's festival and stuff. And then my dad calls me. He's like, go to this meeting. And I was like, who told you about this meeting?
Dad.
Someone else did. And I call her my Reno mom.
Aww.
She's so sweet.
Hi, Mom.
So she comes in and she introduced herself. I've never met her before. And she's like, oh, who are you? And like, why would you want to help? And just kind of that thing. And I was just like, oh, I'm so-and-so. I never told her about my family. I'm just like, oh, I'm in Reno. I'm going to UNR right now. And, I'd like to help. And she's like, okay, cool. So she had no idea who I was, even though there's other people in that room that knew. So I would talk to her and she's like, we got to raise some funds. Right. And I'm just like, I'm not super religious, even though in Thailand, the main religion is Buddhism. Like, I'll go to the temple with my mom. I respect the culture and the religion, but I'm not very strict. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do some fundraisers, but it's not going to be very religious because I don't know how to do that. So I was like, how about, we ask for help from San Francisco because they have a lot of dancers and Thai dancers and stuff there, and like bring them in. You have a lot of restaurants owner, so you should probably ask if we can use the space, if they would do like a charity thing where people buy tickets and watch the show and eat Thai food.
Ooh.
So that never happened.
Oh. Okay, wait, before you continue, I just want to say lesson to everybody. And it's so funny because Brett's mom is like my second mom now. And last night she sent me a reel that was like learning how to introduce yourself without saying any of your accolades is so amazing because people just, you don't have to name drop.
Like I said, that never happened.
Okay.
And I just kind of didn't answer her calls for a while because I was stressed out with work and, and school. And all of a sudden, she messaged me again. And she's like, hey, we actually purchased land with an old church on it. And it's huge. It's in Sparks right now. Yeah. And it's kind of by Sparks High School. And she's like, I would like you to come help at the opening ceremony. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And I felt really bad because I ghosted her for a while. Just so stressed out. And she saw what I can do. So I just kind of stuck by her since then. And at the time, I had this really beat up old Jeep that I was driving. And she felt really bad for me. And she's like, you can borrow my car.
Wow.
Like, you can run errands because she's asking me to help run errands for the temple and stuff. And she's been there from the ground up. And the very first thing that I did for the temple was right after I had walked at my first Reno fashion show. And I was just like, I like the clothes and everything, but I think we can do some Thai stuff. So my very first show was the Thai fashion show at the temple. And I kind of just put out an audition out there. And the first day wasn't a lot of people. And this awesome human, Tiffany, came in and she's like, I can text some of my friends. And Tiffany's a well-known model in Reno. And I was like, yeah, that would be great. And the second day, there's so many people.
Wow. Yes. Shout out Tiffany.
Yes. Amazing. And so ever since then, some people are always going to be unhappy about something. They're like, you can't put half-naked women in a temple. And I was like, first of all, they're not half-naked. Like, everything was traditional. Right? And so I'm like, okay. And they're like, you can't use the temple funds to do this. So I was like, well, I didn't because then, but they don't know, like, I'm the kind of person that I will just do something, but I don't tell people what I'm doing until the results come out. Right?
So many lessons we're learning today, you guys. This is another one that I love personally.
And so a lot of money came out of my Reno mom's pocket and my pocket for this fashion show.
Wow.
And we dedicated a lot of time.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, we got to do something. We got to separate ourselves. We can't just be with the temple constantly. So she's like, well, now that we have something, we can start another nonprofit. Because the temple was a nonprofit. And that's how we came up with the Northern Nevada Thai Cultural Council. And we would just do culture stuff.
Wow.
And ever since then, our first fashion show, we'd done some Yelp events. Like, we went to the museum with the models. They hung out with everybody. And, we did a fashion show. We did 2 more fashion shows after that. And then we did the Reno fashion show.
Wow.
For 2 years. So, yeah.
So you actually founded the Northern Nevada Thai Council.
Yes. So I give a lot of the drive and the credit and the push to my Reno mom.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she is the one that keeps telling me, like, no matter what people say, like, people like this stuff.
Yeah.
And some people are just very traditional and stuck in their old ways. So
yes.
you just keep going.
I think it's so important to bring Gen Z and the younger culture and the young pop culture stuff to older traditions because, it's going to happen. It's going to happen to all of the boomers and Gen X. You guys, you got to, just let us change shit, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Millennials and Gen Z. So good for you. And then the Reno fashion show, they were like, you should just host because you do your own fashion show.
So, not exactly.
Okay.
Because like I said, I started as a model.
Right.
In 2015 and then modeled again in 16. And then 17 was the first time, but I didn't just want to bring traditional stuff again. So I contacted my mom and we brought a modern stuff, which I liked, but it didn't have that wow factor. So the next year, I think it's been so many years. So I think the next year so 3 years, I started to know Brian Aranda, who is the owner of the show. And I'm like, hey, I can probably help you out, but I am not going to walk or I'm not going to have a line this year. So he's like, hey, do you want to help cue models? And I was like, sure. And I was supposed to be backstage, but he was like, well, you kind of have an eye for this, so just be front of the house and then just tell them when to come out and stuff. So that was my role in the first one. And in 2017, I was the designer again.
Wow.
So I didn't actually help him out with the show. And after that, I took a big step back because I was super busy. And financially, like I said, when you were young, you don't really think about the financial aspect of stuff. With volunteer work, with nonprofit work, you have to give up a lot of your time.
Yeah.
So financially, I took a step back and I started working more, but I told him, I was like, hey, I'll help you again. So that's the year where he was like, you can be the event coordinator, like help me out with casting and all that stuff. So that has been my role ever since.
And I'll give you X amount of dollars.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, but guess what? I'm super happy about it. There are so many things that if you actually sit down and talk to him, he's running a business and he's transparent about the fact that you're not getting paid. So no one goes in thinking that they're going to get paid and they don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is one thing I will blame women for is we are so good at people pleasing and not asking for money. Like, it's really an epidemic.
Yeah. So, and I think, and people ask me why I still help with knowing that, right? If you think about it, there are many people in Reno that doesn't get a lot of paid opportunities, that this is their first show and they get the exposure.
Yeah.
And it helps them with the networking. And people hate me for saying that. But if this was a paid show, I would probably never have went to my first audition. And there would be no me today.
Right.
So,
it's true. I mean, there is something to be said for how special that runway show is, especially because of how inclusive it is.
Yep.
Because like Brett and I were sitting there and we were just enjoying the fact that we see someone come out in a wheelchair and everyone is literally screaming their heads off for these people. And it's just like, wow, you don't really see that in LA. Like people barely even clap in LA because they're so over it. Like, they're so unimpressed and unbothered. And it's like coming here to feel the energy of everyone just so excited to even be there was incredible. Yeah. Truly.
And, you know, with my stuff, I had people say, like, you're not very inclusive because everyone that walks for you are tiny. And I was like, you guys, these clothes are made for Thai people. Like, they literally will not fit. It's not that I don't want to be inclusive. Right. But the show itself, it totally is anyone, any age. I think we used to open it for kids too, but then there was a lot of
issues.
I wouldn't say issues. It's just like they're kids, right? So they have to have chaperones. But some parents would think like, I'll just leave my kid here, and you know, like it was just a lot of chaos. So now you are allowed to have kids if you know the child, right? So the year where he was like, okay, let's not do kids anymore. I'm like, well, I have a kid model and she's super well behaved and we can handle it. He's like, okay, cool. Right. So,
well, I mean, and you want to stay true and authentic to your brand because it's like, if everyone has someone with like, you know, a metal leg or, you know, if everyone's in drag, it's like, it's not special. So it was nice to see each line have their own thing because you don't want to use that stuff as a parlor trick or to get attention. It's like, if it's really somebody that you love, that you want in the show, then that's cool. And that goes for any type of art because art is subjective, but it should still remain organic and true to who you are, the DNA of your brand.
Exactly. And we used to have a lot more well-known models in the show. But like I said, people who are actually pursuing the modeling career want to be paid pretty well. And, you know, there are some that are in LA right now. And some that I still follow on Instagram. I was like, oh my gosh, girl, like you made it. Right. So back in the day, I think just the fact that they were there, and they're the nicest people. These are not mean girls. But just the fact that they were there were some other mean girls out there because they think it's a competition. So if you guys know me and during rehearsal, the day of the show, I'm like, hey, you guys, we're here and everybody wants to be here. Let's be kind to people, help each other out. Okay, help each other with walking, with poses and everything. Like some people might not have as much experience as you. And this year, what I love so much about it is the runway's open all day during hair and makeup. So they can come practice their walk, practice their pose and stuff. And there were so many models helping each other that I didn't have to do anything. It was so awesome. And it was such a heartwarming thing to see for me.
I love that. Yeah. Modelshelpingmodels.com.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, so are you gonna host next year?
I will definitely help out if Brian will have me.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and she's cool with 10 grand. So last question. If Brett and I were to go to Thailand and you were our tour guide, where would you take us? What would we do?
Oh my goodness. So I am a foodie.
Okay. Food.
So definitely a food tour.
Okay.
And what I love about the food culture in Thailand is it's so inclusive. Okay, there's a lot of vegetarian stuff, pescatarian stuff. They do eat a lot of pork over there more than beef because we have more pigs than cows. And a lot of people have Chinese roots, and most Chinese people don't eat beef anyway. So yeah, just a lot of inclusivity for the food, and definitely architecture, all the temples and the ruins and everything. I am still a sucker for that when I go.
Yeah. I want to shoot a music video in one of the temples, or like,
I don't know if that's gonna fly because like people are so conservative of it. Right?
Okay, all right.
It is a religious site.
True.
Right.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just fantasizing. Okay, like an abandoned, like whatever, ruins or something.
You know what? I'm super terrible about that too, because sometimes nowadays when I go back, my sister's like, "What are you doing? Can't do that." So,
oh, right.
Yeah. So, but
my
sister's in marketing and advertising, so she can definitely help you with that.
Ooh,
Yes.
like a bridge.
Yeah.
Maybe, or I don't know, a cool building.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be so fun.
That would be awesome.
That's me. I'm like, whatever country we're in, we're doing a photo shoot and a music video.
I mean, who doesn't like a good photo op, right?
Right? So. Also, I have a question because we ordered Thai the other night and which is so boring and I'm so embarrassed, but I did get veggie chow mein. I know.
It's okay.
I'm so disgraceful. But the noodles were like vermicelli or something. They were like skinny.
Yeah.
Is that normal? I thought chow mein was supposed to be thicker noodles.
Yeah, because chow mein itself is the name of the noodles. So yeah, I don't. But the vermicelli's good. I don't know.
I know, but like, okay, so there sometimes
maybe they ran out. Maybe they ran out and didn't tell you.
You guys. And then also, what is pho? Is pho Thai or no?
Pho is a Vietnamese.
Damn it.
Yeah,
okay, because we went to 999 pho the other.
Oh, that's a good place. Yeah.
So good. Sorry to all the Thai people, but the
It's
pho
okay.
place.
Thai people like pho too.
Okay, good. I love pho. To end this episode, shout out to Christina Ricci. We love you so much. She has a new tarot deck out. It's called Cat Full of Spiders. And we're going to pull a card from the deck. So here is the deck, Cat Full of Spiders. We love you. And then here's the book.
Okay.
And then these are just the positive cards. Okay. I leave like the bad ones.
I can't even imagine if you like left it in there and I'm like,
okay. Hell no, I don't want my guests to have a bad reading. Like, no, only positive vibes here, period. Okay, so Piyasa is going to pull a card from the deck.
Okay.
Insert magical music.
Okay, cool.
What did
Temperance.
Ooh, Temperance. I'm pretty sure that's a major arcana card. I'll find it and then you can read it. Okay, this is temperance. Okay, so
Okay.
you go ahead. I'm going to show them the card while you read. Temperance.
Am I reading both of them?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is upright. If the card's facing upwards, it's like less drama.
Okay. Okay. The city of neon was originally created to be an idyllic utopia. The bastion of fairness where everyone is seen and treated as equal. Creating balance and peace in your life has been a priority for you.
Yes.
And the harmony that's coming from your efforts will help you move forward with clarity and fortitude. You're on the right path.
Yes. Okay, and then if it's reversed, it just means you need extra guidance. So let's read reverse.
Okay. 10 wands with unlimited power were created from the mysterious meteorite and used to form the city of neon, which was intended to forever be an egalitarian utopia? Did I say that right?
I don't know. She makes up words in the book. I have no idea.
However, things went awry when the wands fell into greedy hands that used them to oppress and control the citizens of neon. Temperance reverse indicates an imbalance in your life that needs to be corrected. Are you focusing too much on one area in life at the expense of others?
Ooh.
Perhaps there's a personal dynamic with someone in your life that's created a power imbalance. Prioritize restoring equilibrium to get things back on track.
Yes. You guys, balance.
I love that.
Exactly what Piyasa was preaching, work-life balance.
Yes.
So are you having fun? What are you going to do tonight that's fun? Are you going to watch a movie? Are you going to go for a walk or a run? Are you just going to like say fuck it and go to Disneyland? I don't know.
I do that a lot. And people used to say like, again, you're going to Disneyland again. And now they don't. They're just like, oh, she's at Disneyland.
They expect it now.
Yes.
Oh my God. I want to plan another trip to Disneyland. I can't wait. Please follow Piyasa on Instagram. Where else? TikTok?
Nope, just Instagram.
Just Instagram, because
Yeah.
that's enough. She gives you what you need, okay? Plenty of content right there. And hopefully everyone will be joining the Reno Fashion Show again next year.
Yes.
And also we want to know about events that the Thai Culture Council is throwing, because it would be so fun to go.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I want to see a Thai dance show.
A lot of my people have moved away.
Okay.
But like I was talking to some people and we want to try to get it back.
Do it for me.
Yes, we used to be super active and now, we're trying to get it back. For
Okay,
sure.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's manifest a dance show, a Thai dance show. We love you guys so much, and we will see you later. Bye.